Hello, so sorry. Oh my gosh, I lost my transmission. Pasensya na po. Bigla pong nag-reboot yung aking computer at ako'y nawala sa area at we all turned black. It was really black. It was so sad. But thank you. So sorry, so sorry. I'm back. Yan, wala tuloy ang ating mga friends. But I'm here. I'm back po. I was just talking about yung tungkol sa work work home balance. Ayan po ang nakakuha po ako ng email or tsaka text try to say na pag-usapan natin yung work home balance. Gusto nilang so how are we fending in this because a lot of people po are a lot of people have been working from home for the past 2 years no, of this pandemic situation, myself included. Ako po, for more than 2 years na akong work from home. At yun na nga po, yun yung cost ng sedentary life na nakaupo most of the time. Lumala po yung leg ko. That's why I had this, what do you call this, total knee replacement. Hello, Rachi Boom. Thank you for coming back. Sorry, nag-trip yung aking, nag-reboot yung aking laptop. So, bila ko nawala. But anyway, so I just said, minention ko lang po yung top, yung QS survey the world na nakasama po ang Pilipinas na apat na eskwelahan dun sa QS World University Rankings. 1,400 the top 1,400 universities in the world nakasama po ang Philippines doon. Which is yung ating University of the Philippines, Ateneo de Manila, De La Salle University at University of Santo. Yun nga po sinabi ko, yung apat na eskwela yung na yun, lahat ng kamag-anak ko nag-aral doon. So, kasi naputol kanina, ulitin ko lang kasi proud ako. Of course, yun lang, UP lang pala. Wala kaming taga-UP. I was hoping, dapat siguro sana ako for my son. Pero, ano hindi ako nag-test. Hindi naman ako nag-test kasi I took a test in Chal, Ateneo, Marinol, and passed all three. But I didn't take a test sa UST tsaka UP po. But anyway, ako po meron ako. Pero yun, my oldest brother, my kuya, and my middle brother, Joel, De La Salle po sila. Yung brother ko, La Salle High School, pero UST ng college yun si Joel. Pero yung kuya ko, La Salle po and through yan. Green-blooded. Which is naman, kabila naman, my youngest brother, Julius, is a true blue Atenean naman. Elementary to high school, honors class pa Ateneo. And so, is my youngest sister, Jenny, dyan siya nag-college sa Ateneo. And my parents are from UST. So is my ate. Tsaka yung husband niya, si Ira Manikis. Yung Jackie Manikis, UST po yan. So, graduate. Tsaka yung parents po, UST. Ako lang hindi kasali dyan sa eskwela. But anyway, so, yun po. So, and then, I was going to talk about, yun na nga muna segue na tungkol sa COVID-19 situation, right? Metro Manila COVID situation concerning as positivity rate rises. Yan na nga ba sinasabi, di ba? Kung naging complacent na, masyado nang at home yung mga tao sa feeling nilang wala ng virus, hindi na magmamaskara at all, yan. Kumakalat na ulit. Okay? Independent Pandemic Monitoring Organization after research on Thursday described as concerning the current COVID-19 situation in Metro Manila. Although the metropolis remained under the low risk classification pa rin. Low risk pa rin, kaya lang dumadami. Siyempre ayaw natin kumalat. This development came after the National Capital Region recorded an increase in positivity rate of 2.2% on Wednesday, compared to 1.5% a week ago, according to After Research Fellow Guido David. The situation sa NCR has become more concerning as the positivity rate at 1.5% a week ago has increased to 2.2% as of June 8, 2022. Itong sinabi ni David sa isang bulletin posted on Twitter. However, Metro Manila's current positive rate is still well within the World Health Organization's ideal positivity rate set at 5%. So, below pa rin tayo sa state level na 5%. Okay? Pero wag naman nating paabutin doon. Not even 3. Okay? The reproduction number or RO of the metropolis also increased from 1.15 on May 31 to 1.29 as of June 6. Okay? The RO, pronounced as Arno, okay? The Arno, or RNAO, okay? The RNO indicates how infectious a disease is. For instance, okay, an RO of 1 means that each carrier can transmit the virus to one person. Okay? The current RO of 1.29 meant that each existing infection would cause more than one new infection. Yun, This one is to one. The 7-day average of new cases in Metro Manila increased by 28% to 102. Okay? The last time the 7-day average was about 100 was in April 8, was on April 8, nung lumampas ng 100. Also increased are the hospital bed occupancy for COVID-19 in the metropolis. Ayan, dumarami na naman ang hospital. From 1,372 beds occupied, or 21% on June 5, to 1,520 beds occupied, or 24%. 3% ang tinaas on June 8. David said this is equivalent to 50 additional beds occupied per day for the past 3 days. Ay, hindi magandang indication yan. Dumadami po. Tigil natin. Balik tayo sa ating mga safety protocol. Balik tayo sa social distancing, please. Tsaka kasi nga, lahat na naglilipad-lipad po kahit saan. Diba? People are traveling locally already, also and abroad. Right? David, when asked by Twitter user if the numbers means that the region is expecting a surge, said, it is still not clear what it would be at this time. For now, I would say that at worst, it could be a weak surge, but that can also change. So far, the new Omicron subvariants BA5, BA4, and BA2.12.1 have entered the country, according to the Department of Health. David previously said that the new subvariant may cause another surge in COVID-19 cases once it entered the country, but it would not be as high as the cases reported in January due to the Omicron variant. Okay? Alright, so yun na po. Nasa safe pa rin tayo. Okay? Hindi pa tayo iba nalagay sa alert level 2. Right? So patuloy pa rin. Ay, ang pinapanood ko pala ay hindi. Wait a minute. Ano ba to? What I'm watching pala is an old broadcast. Yung kanina. Okay? Okay. Sorry. This my show. Hindi ko na papanood na wait. It's happening. Hold on, please. Am I broadcasting? Can somebody please tell me if I'm, I'll write myself a message. Anyway, so, okay. All right, so moving right along, okay, people, I'm sorry. I hope I am still broadcasting because I have no way of knowing. Hi, Angelica. Thank you. I'm back. Okay. Kanina kasi nag-reboot yung aking laptop. Nakakaloka talaga. Diba? Techiemommy kung anong technical fix nangyayari. Thank you, Miss Angelica. Thank you for coming back. So now, okay, we go back to what I'm supposed to talk about today. Okay. Yesterday ba nakalimutan ko tuloy I talked about how you can break bad habits. We talked about that yesterday. Mamaya na lang magbipaso niya. We talked about that. So from how to break bad habits, okay, now we're going to, ito muna isang technical, mga self-help, okay? How to act, okay, I'm going to tell you how activating SMS spam filters on devices can help reduce yung mga spam tsaka scam messages, no? Activating yung inyong SMS spam filters on your devices will help reduce yung mga nagpa-spam at nagpa-scam na mga messages, okay? Okay? Are you getting flooded with unwanted text messages? Hindi ba o yung mga intrusions? You can block these with few easy steps. Okay, yun lang. Sandali. Na natin yan. Okay? Ang Globe po is encouraging yung customers to take advantage of tools available on their personal devices, such as yung built-in SMS spam filters nyo or blockers, to fend off spam or spam messages from unknown senders. Okay? Activating your SMS spam filters on devices helps reduce spam and scam messages. Okay. Makita natin para matandaan nyo. No? Dali lang at wala na. Kung paano natin maaalis yun. Yung iwasan yung mga nagsaspam at nag-intrude ng katakot-takot sa ating mga cellphone. Alright? Okay? I'm just gonna show you. This is what we're talking about. Okay? Alright? This is what we're talking about. Activating. Okay, let me just put it on the board, ha? Para makita nyo lang. Activating SMS. Okay. Alright? Wait, let me just show it. I'll just put it up the board. Sandali lang. Okay. Anyway, ano ang kakainin niyo sa lunch today? Well, Friday ngayon, no? So, yung mga ibang tao nagpaplano na yan for the weekend. We don't know. Ako, gusto. Bahay na lang kami. Walang init. Pero, masarap talaga magpunta sa beach. I mean, if you ask me, my gosh. My other sister's in Boracay right now. Business naman yun. Okay, there. This is what we're talking about. Activating your SMS filters to help reduce your spam and scam messages. Okay? Sabihin natin, there are just a few tips to do that. Okay? While the cybersecurity team continues to work on anti-spam and anti-scam initiatives, okay, on the network side, customers can also make use of tools on their own devices to help protect themselves. Okay? Okay, ito Android users can set up spam filters on their Android devices. Okay, yung mga Android, okay, including myself, you can do this by following these simple steps. Okay? Okay, makinig po. Download Google's Messages app. Yan ang gagawin nyo. Download nyo yung Google's Messages app. Alright? Okay, i-download yon. Tapos nyo i-download. Okay? Set it as your default Android SMS messenger. Okay? Gusto nyo makita, wait. Sulat nyo na lang. Pero sige na nga. Okay. Here it is. I'm just gonna show you. Ayan. Ayan. Yan pong ways to do that. There, download Google Messages app. Ayan po. Okay? Alright. And then, set it as your default Android SMS messenger. Then go to settings and enable the spam protection. Ayan lang po. Should spam messages still get through, customers may report these to Globe via https www.globe.ph/stop -spam or directly to the National Telecommunications Commission. Okay? Sa Globe via https://www.globe.com.ph/stop-spam or directly to the national, sa NTC kayong report pwede rin. Okay? Bonifacio also reminded the public to never open or click on links from unknown numbers. Pag may nagpapadala po sa inyo sa email o sa text message ng mga link, hindi nyo kilala yung number, or minsan po kilala nyo pero nahack yung account niya. Ayun, pag meron din nag-offer sa inyo sa messenger ng mga open this link or I saw this new picture of you or look who's in this picture, huwag nyo pong i-click dahil ano po yung virus. Okay? So don't click links from unknown numbers or people, nor engage in these spammers by replying with a personal information. Okay? Ito yung tumigil doon. Globe continues to boost its customer protection and internet safety initiative amid increased online activity brought about by the pandemic. The company blocked a total of 1.15 billion scam and spam messages, around 7,100 mobile numbers linked to scammers, and 2,000 official social media accounts and phishing sites in 2020. Okay. So ang mga Globe block spam messages through a series of filters and threat intelligence systems which monitor the traffic to find current campaigns and active spammers both on net and inbound. Okay. All right. So within the first quarter of 2022, the Globe has already blocked 203 phishing sites, including 112 bank and 91 GCash phishing sites, okay, pretending to be the legitimate pages of these organizations. So yun po. All of a sudden, naglabasan yung mga kantahan na yan. Okay? It's so good. Bahala na kayo kung saan nyo mag-participate. Right? Anyway, Globe's anti-spam efforts are part of its goal to protect technological innovation, which are critical to economic growth and development. This is aligned with its commitment to infrastructure and innovation targets under the United States Sustainable Development Goals. To know more about it, go visit the globe.com page. Okay, moving right along. All right. Naku, hindi natin matatapos lahat. Ito matagal na ito. Phone app. Yaman din lamang na we're on the subject of apps and gadgets. Okay? Here is something that naaraw ko na itong nahala dito. Ayan. I think this is important. Okay, tapos na ito. Alright, here it is. Okay. Phone app allows Gaza women to report domestic abuse anonymously. I think this is important. Okay, importante to. The breakthrough. Okay. Phone app allows Gaza women to report domestic abuse. Maganda. Okay. Hold on a second. Nasa na yung aking Gaza women. Hold on, please. Please bear with me. Attention na. Sorry. Tugal ko na yan. Gusto mo balita. No, it's not there. What happened? There you go. Okay, I got it. The phone app that allows Gaza women to report domestic abuse anonymously. There already is such a thing. Okay? Tingnan nyo na po yung picture na yan. Napaka-emotional na. Naka-gag order. Gag yung domestic abuse, no? Hindi dito, keep quiet pagka magsumbong. Yan ang message na sinasabi niya. Anyway, a phone app that allows women in the Palestinian Gaza Strip to report domestic abuse anonymously is allowing growing numbers of victims to seek help while avoiding the shame and reprisals that put many off going to the authorities directly. Okay? The Masahatuna or Our Spaces app was developed by local computer engineer Ala Butchput, who saw the need for a way to seek advice safely in a society where family pressures keep much domestic violence hidden out of sight. Excuse me lang po. Next was a little bit dry. Sorry. Attention up. Privacy was very important. As fear is usually the main cause why women don't contact a visit center, why they don't want to report it. No? Yun na nga. Kasi importante sa mga Gaza women yon. At saka ayaw nila mag-come forward to report the domestic violence. Nahihiya sila. Pero ngayon, may app na. The app, okay, this particular app will allow women to register with a service without giving their names or leaving a trace of their contacts with care centers on their own phone. If anyone looks at the phone, they wouldn't know how she made contact. Gaza, run by the Islamist Hamas group, is home to some 2.3 million people, nearly half of them women, according to Palestinian records. In 2019, the Palestinian Bureau of Statistics said 41% of the women in Gaza had faced domestic violence, and women's groups say that, as in many other countries, the problem worsened during the coronavirus lockdown. Okay? I faced verbal and physical violence for many years. Okay? Itong sinabi ng isang Gaza woman who was 28 years old, who is 28 years old, who asked not to be named. Ayaw niya pa mapangalanan, no? Following her advice, and following her divorce 2 years ago, the woman said she faced threats from her former husband and his family who had threatened to take her 7-year-old son away. Diba? Legal, right? Ikaw nagluwal, ikaw nag-ano silang mag-harvest. Are you nuts? Khulud Al-Salma of the Gaza Community Media Center said 355 women had downloaded the app and 160 had contacted help centers that provide psychological and legal support. Last month, a Gaza court handed down the death penalty to a man who beats his wife to death. Okay, but women's groups say more needs to be done to stop domestic violence in Gaza, where they saw some women who report abuse at times get directed to clan leaders to resolve it. Oo, yung parang tribal way of decision, hindi na court, kundi sa, ano lang, parang local leaders, di ba? Yung mga elders, okay? In some cases where women have died because of the abuse, okay, some men may try to escape severe punishment by accusing their partners of adultery or of fake mental health problems. Kaya yan sabi nila mga excuse pag makakita silang masukol, no? At mahuli sa ginagawa nila. Okay? So, ayun po, yun ang ating balita tungkol dun sa app na yun, which is very good. Sana all, no? Para magagamit din natin dito. Okay, that's the news from the from the Gaza issue of the app. Okay, teka lang, tatanggalin ko lang ulit sa mukha ko. Okay, now pwede na nilang kunin yung app na yon at magsumbong ng patago kung natatakot sa employer, sa asawa. Bago pa may mangyaring mas masama, we can actually download the app and have it. Right? Okay, so now moving right along to our subject matter of the day. We can talk about yung parenting next week na lang po yun. Okay? Ang ating pong pag-usapan ngayon ay yan na naman yung computer po. What we're going to talk about today is work-home balance. Okay? Okay, work-home balance ang pag-usapan. Okay. How burnt out are you? Okay? Yan ang sinasabi natin. Kung na-maintain mo ba, right? Paano maintaining work-life balance in this pandemic particularly? Okay? We're going to discuss how do we maintain work-life balance during this pandemic. Okay? Lalo na kung ano ka isa kang teacher, whether online teacher ka, face-to-face, all right? You have, and you've been experiencing quite a bit of difficulties, right? In this pandemic situation. Keeping school and personal life separate is always a struggle for teachers, okay? It is even more difficult when they're both in the same place. Yun na nga, when you work and eat, where you work and play, it's the same place, which is what I've done for the past more than 2 years. Yung workplace ko, there's no difference, work and home, because I eat, sleep, and work, I eat, sleep here in the house, okay? One of the hardest parts of teaching from home is the increasing blur between work mode and home mode. Hindi ko nawala na-differentiate minsan. Kasi I work and live and breathe from home. Many of us are struggling to find anything resembling a balance when teaching from home. But the uncertainty around when schools will reopen makes finding the balance even more important. Okay, so how do we maintain a healthy work-life balance? Okay? Well, develop beginning of day and end of day routine. Okay, develop a beginning of day and then end of day routines. Ayun pong plano nyo. Okay? In the morning, this could mean turning on all the lamps, opening the blind, and making a cup of coffee. When the day is over, reverse the routine, diba? Opening the, close the blinds, turn off the lamps. Ayan po ang ginagawa ko araw-araw. Matic na po yan, as my husband would say, matic na. Okay? You may find that the physical act of closing your laptop or moving it onto a shelf, you do not close the laptop, turn off. Okay? Well, or moving it onto a shelf, into a drawer, or back into the bag is a signal to end the working day. Ligpitin mo para alam mong tapos na yung araw mo. If you have a home office with a door, close the door and walk away. Ayun nga ang mabuti doon eh. Kaso wala. May living room, dito sa part ng living room ako nagtatrabaho. I walk away to eat. I walk away to pee and to, sabi nga ng aking partner, my fiancé pala, Jenny Lapa, i-akit ko na raw yung operations ko. The thing about it is, in my case, my internet connection is weaker upstairs. Mayroong blockage doon yung site ng signals na hina. Dito malakas sa baba. Then yung aking router nasa likod ko. So if I tell my husband, my fiancé, if I go upstairs, magsasuffer yung quality ng online teaching. Kasi nga, mas mahina yung bato ng signal. Pero sabi niya, pag-boost na lang daw natin. Siguro, that's what I'm gonna do. Para rin mas matahimik na environment sa taas. Kaya lang, lalo ako makukulong sa bedroom. We have to develop a beginning of day and end of day routine. Okay? When the day is over, reverse the routine. Hindi nga para sa sanity natin, no? If you have a home office with the door, close the door and walk away. Ano pretend ako niya rin, lumalabas ka ng sila. Kaya yun. How to maintain work-life balance? Unang-una, developing beginning of day and end of day routines. Tapos sunod, check email and notifications at the designated time. Okay? The first week of working from home, I thought I might cry when I could hear my inbox notifications while trying to eat dinner. Okay? I wanted to both enjoy my break and help my students. But, not on your break. Pagkakain ka, yan ang nakakalipisan ng stress eh. Kasi we don't have time to breathe. But you can do that, okay? So, layo niyo muna yung cellphone niyo kung kinakailangan, right? Bago kayo para kumain. Okay? So, itong instance na to na kinikwento na I wanted to enjoy both my break and help my students, and I was torn. After speaking with administrators, faculty at my school were giving an end-of-day time for email responses, which I found helpful. Some teachers may find it easier to schedule time during the day to check and respond to emails, especially if they're trying to juggle children at their own home as well. Okay, making these times known to others can help avoid miscommunication. Right? So, yun po, check your email and notifications at a designated time. Okay? Along the same lines naman po, kung yung opisina nyo na bahay, kung yung home office space nyo is 10 feet away, you really need to keep your work email enabled on both your phone and your computer. Malapit lang po, di ba? The answer may be yes due to school requirements, but you may find it more helpful to only check your email on your computer. That way, when the school day ends, you can close your computer and walk away from the things and the temptation to check your inbox. Okay? Okay? Ano pa? Keep up with education research. Totoo yan. As long as you are alive and willing and you're always thirsty for learning. In my case, included. Okay? So, keeping up with education research, number one, focus on the task in front of you. Okay? And focus on the task in front of you. If you're typing feedback to students, kunyari, online teacher ka na ngayon, on a shared document, mute other devices so you won't be distracted by the notification. Set a timer for how long you plan to work on the task, okay? Okay, then move on to the next one. Be flexible with yourself. You may not be able to finish all the tasks in front of you in the time you allot, but you'll have a better sense for next time. It will be easier. Okay, ano na siya, parang stunning, right? It's getting hot in here. Totoo naman. Ano bang degrees? 33 degrees. Mainit nga. Gosh. Mainit nga. Mainit talaga. Head to the beaches. Sorry. But anyway, okay, so ano sumusunod? Add screen-free break during the day, okay? Yan po ang mabuti ay maglagay kayo ng mga break time para sa sarili nyo. Giving ourselves breaks from the screen, both work-related and news-related, can be refreshing, okay? Schedule a walk outside or playtime with a pet. Ayan, mas ay aking beloved. Pwede pa tayong mag-earphone, boss? At napakainit. Thank you very much. Kaya pala naman, it's 33 degrees. 33 degrees. Napakainit. Ayun ang aming puso umiiyak na. Naghahanap na ng lunch. But anyway, so, ayun po. Add screen-free breaks during the day, okay? Para to work-home balance. Give yourselves breaks from the screens. Ayun ang guilty ako na yan. Buong araw ako nakatutok sa screen. Kaya minsan yung mata ko nagluluha. Okay. Both work-related and news-related can be refreshing. Schedule a walk outside. Yun nga, tumayo ka, maglakad ka, sa garden, play with your pet. Pero tumayo kayo from your silya. Ayan na nangyari sa akin. Kaya lumalayo ako. May sedentary life. 2 taon. Nagtuturo, nakaupo palagi. Right? So, a co-worker challenged me to complete a mile outside every day. Not a mile. Maglakad-lakad sa labas. And because nga sa operasyon ko, talaga naman po na tumatayo ako naglalakad. Tapos, find space for something you love. Okay? This could be carving out time to listen to music, to exercise, to do FaceTime with a friend, or Skype, or Messenger, complete a puzzle, or work on an art piece. Ayan po. Okay? Susunod. If your mental health would improve, schedule one day to work late. Okay? Yung gumising ka naman ng late isang araw. Perhaps planning, kunyari, kahit nasa bahay ka lang nag-work, parang kunyari sa office ka, parang ako ginagawa ko sa sarili ko nowadays. Yung timer ko, inuunahan ko. Pero I give myself a little bit extra time to, kahit na may sila ako matulog, yung fact na nakahiga ka pa sa bed, ayaw mo munang tumayo, nakapikit ka, parang di ka tulog, relax pa rin, wake up a little bit later, parang feeling mo day off mo, kahit nasa bahay ka nag-work. Okay? That's actually good for the psyche, right? Perhaps planning on Monday evenings will help you prepare for the week, or maybe working later on Fridays will clear your mind to enjoy the weekend. Yun na nga. So, totoo, psychologically, ako yung Friday schedule ko sa mga pagtuturo at pagsusulat, ginagawa kong later pag Friday. Kasi alam ko na it signals the weekend. Negotiate with yourself. Talaga naman ikaw lang makakaayos ng schedule mo. If needed, I'll work later on Monday and spend all of Tuesday after 4 p.m. playing backyard games with my family. Kunyari. Incorporate mindful practices into your routine. Ano yun? Okay? Using a mindfulness app may help signal to your brain that it's time to reset. Even 5 minutes ng mindful breathing, or mag-yoga ka, or mag-meditate ka, or ako naman kasi, in between may pagtatrabaho na ginagawa, naglalaro ng word games sa online. Yun lang relaxation ko rin. Or, yan, yung panonood ko po ng Netflix, after work. Hindi ako kayang manood ng Netflix in between the work that I do dahil masyadong multitasking na nga ako doing sa ibang trabaho eh. So, yung Netflix ko, pag-relax, pag-tulog na. Or pag-weekend. Weekend daw. Wala na nga akong weekend eh. Hindi ko ma-differentiate yung weekend sa weekday kasi pareho lang sa akin. I work just the same. Pero yun na nga. For your mental health, schedule one day to wake up late and then schedule breaks. Okay, you have to do that. Okay? Next, incorporate mindful practices into your routine. Okay? Kunyari, gumamit ka ng mindfulness app. That will help to signal your brain that it's time to reset. Even 5 minutes of mindful breathing can work like a zamboni for the brain, clearing out clutter and allow things to resettle. Most mindful apps have both guided meditations and timers. Kumuha ka ng mindfulness app to help. And there are plenty of free options such as, ito po yung mga mindfulness app, Head, Calm, or insight timer. Makapag-download na. Recognize that being a robot does not produce the best version of yourself. Talaga naman, huwag ka na maging masyadong routine na para ka ng robot sa trabaho mo. Taking breaks and setting boundaries for work hours and non-work hours will breathe more life into your teaching practice. Many teachers are parents or spouses. And just as the teacher-student relationship needs attention, those relationships deserve care too. All right? Many teachers report feeling guilty while working from home. Di ba tayo mag-aircon? Mahal. Makainit. Okay? Whether because they can't help students as much as they could previously, okay, don't feel they're fully investing in their own children, okay? Or don't have patience for others because they're that grace, their fuses are short. So, ayun na nga, maraming mga teacher, they feel guilty while working from home because they can't help students as much pag nasa face-to-face. Tsaka they don't feel they're fully investing in their own children kasi nakahati ang attention. Or they don't have the patience for others because their fuses are short. The best we can do right now is to give ourselves grace and reflect that grace sa ibang tao. Okay? Part of that requires clear communication. Okay? Ask for what you need from others, including yung mga kasama sa bahay. Yung maging patient. Kasi syempre, nakaka-stress din talaga yung magtrabaho at mabuhay. May work and work tsaka yung home mo pareho. Right? Hindi madali. Okay? So ask for what you need from others, including yung mga kasama sa bahay. Help others when you can. And remember that needs differ from person to person. Iba-iba po ang needs ng bawat tao. Setting boundaries is one form of resilience that will help along into the future. Okay? So yun po ang aking mga tips on how to magkaroon ng work-life balance during this pandemic. Okay? And keeping it in wraps. Okay? How to maintain work-life balance? Develop beginning of day and end of day routines. Okay? Check email and notifications at designated time. All right? Focus on the task in front of you. Okay? Add screen-free breaks during the day. Importante po yan po. Mag-impose kayo ng mga breaks. Tsaka tumayo, mag-exercise, mag-makad. Yan po nangyari sa akin. Kaya tumuloy-tuloy po yung pamamaga ng Nico at nag-result na to my total knee replacement. Find space for something you love. Like, listening to music, exercising, chatting with your friends in between, okay, or playing, okay, or watching it. Tapos, for your mental health, schedule one day to work late, okay? Incorporate mindful practices into your routine. And recognize po na hindi po dapat tayo maging robot. No? Do not be a robot. It's not because it's not the best version of ourselves. Okay? Thank you so much po for joining me today dito sa Buhay Online on a Friday. Friday po, it's a weekend, it signals the weekend. Marami po tayong pupuntahan. Pero please po, yung pa rin safety medical protocols, tumataas po ang number ng infection sa NCR. Ingat lang po rin pag pupunta saan-saan. Please still social distancing. Thank you so much for joining me today. Pasensya na kanina, nag-glitch na naman at ako'y nawala sa area for a few minutes. But thank you so much for joining me here in Buhay Online. I'll be back on Monday po. And of course, for those who missed this episode, you can always go to YouTube sa Broad Stream Cast Communicators YouTube channel. Please like and subscribe it. And at the end of the day, 3 things should remain in our lives. Faith, pananampalataya, hope, pagkanta, and love for everyone. Thank you very much po. Have a good weekend. Thank you. I know, naitugtog ko. Thank you so much. Maraming salamat. Have a good weekend. Thank you very much.
Inyong natunghayan at napakinggan ang mga makabagong pamamaraan sa mundo ng online sa pamamagitan pa rin